Youth Intake Day is here, the first youth intake on the Burton Albion England DNA series. Let's see what we got on our first intake. Oh. Hello everybody, welcome back to Burton Albion England DNA. Yes, so I'm not a little more positive about this, but come on, poor intake, what's going on here? The first thing that's going to happen here is that we are going to sack all the youth coaches because I'm not having this, not acceptable at all. So if we review our youth, I mean, they will have a little bit of an impact, right? But especially the head of youth development is going to have a huge impact on the players that come through. Yeah, he's gone, this guy. We need somebody better. His personality was okay. His working with youngsters is good. But nothing else really. Level of discipline, determination's low. So I think we need to look for somebody better than that. I mean, let's look at the players. But like, you know, let's see what we've got here. Sam Heller. What we got? Come on, Sam. What you got for me? Right, this is the problem. In League One, could he play in the first team? We could survive with him in the first team. He could play as a pivot player. He could just sit there, break a few things up with his four tackling. He could be okay at League One. Championship, I think it's going to take him too long to develop, but you never know. We'll see. Now, in the most ideal scenario, we don't want to play them too much before they're at least, you know, in that sort of 18 to 19 bracket. So I don't know. What do you think? Am I being too harsh? Is he okay? I mean, he's a good League One playmaker. I could see him being like in a few years at League One level. I just think at Championship level, I don't think he's ever going to get good enough. Or by the time we need him to play, which is like 2 years' time, I don't think he's going to be good enough in 2 years' time to be a deep line playmaker at the Championship level, League One level, maybe. But I'm looking at this from a Championship perspective because it looks like we might be going up, as you'll see in a second. Jared is a goalkeeper. Now, that's fine. I can take this from Jared as a backup goalkeeper. He's got 10 handling and not one positioning. And that's all I need is give me 10 handling and don't give me like 1 or 2 positioning. And I can deal with that as a backup keeper, as an emergency. In fact, we've got the good goalkeepers that are young, so I mean, I'd rather him not be the second best on the list, but he is. John King. Oh, here we go. John King, 6'6" striker. That is exactly what we're looking for here at this football club. I'm calling it right now. John King is the hero of the youth intake. Forget what I said. Forget my reaction at the start of the video. I am delighted with this. John King is looking like he could be a pretty good player at League One level. Again, Championship, we'll wait and see. But that's a good start. I mean, does he need to work on his composure? Yes. Does he need to work on his first touch? Yes. Is he a little bit weak for a 6'6" player? Yeah, with 4 strength, there's a bit of a disgrace, isn't it? But he's got something. He's got something about him. He's got a tiny bit of pace and he's 6'6". I'll take that. 5 heading, not the best. I've got to be honest with you. The rest of this list is a who's who of useless, really. I mean, it's just, yeah, I mean, it's not great, is it? Actually, he might be okay as a striker, Pillinger, because he can at least finish and dribble. So if he worked on his acceleration, dribbling and stuff, maybe he could be okay. Unlikely. You never know. Jared Roach, could you do anything for us? I don't think you could do anything for anybody, really, Jared, but, you know, we'll try. We'll try and develop you somehow. I think that's it. We're going to sign them all anyway, but I'm not happy with that. That's I don't know what I was hoping for, but I was hoping for somebody that was like ready to play. But I mean, maybe Sam's okay. On reflection, looking at the rest of that intake, he's actually pretty good, Sam Heller. We're going up, I reckon. I don't think there's much doubt about that right now. I'm sort of resigned to it. Cambridge were in the playoffs. We were like just top of the league. And I played a few rotated players and, you know, we won the game really comfortably. So they scored like a last minute goal. And we've won every game since, so it's, yeah, I think we're up. I think even if I tried to, like, I would never do this, but I think even if I tried to, like, make some changes to make it interesting, I think we'll just keep winning. We're just doing too well. I think the tactic's just doing too good at the moment. I should probably change it to something else. Experiment or something. Yeah. Like, going up and coming back down, I don't mind. It's whatever. My issue is if it affects our job performance. And I'll explain a little bit. I just feel like that if we have slow progression in League One, the board will just stay happy with us the entire time. We'll just get more and more in their good books and we'll always be fine. If you go up and then come back down, although in real life you'd be just back where you started, I just feel like in the game, I'm a bit worried how it's going to calculate it for us, especially with start slowly the year after that. So that's where my concern comes in. But we'll see. we'll see how things go. We've got Sheffield Wednesday next in 4 days' time. I'll see you in a few days for that game. But that was the intake. Do let me know what you think in the comments, what you think of that. I think Sam Heller could actually be okay in League One. Championship, we'll have to see. But yeah, so at the end of the season, what we're going to do is I'm going to actually put together my season-long training plan, and then we'll go through that. That'll be something for us to look forward to going into next season. And I'll make sure the first team and the youth team both have one to go through the entire season with. So that is something to watch out for and to look forward to. And we'll definitely get into that at the end of the season. But until then, we're going to carry on with our weekly training schedule, which I do think's hindered us a little bit in player development. But I'll go through that in detail at the end of the season. We'll review everything and all the players' development across the season. Okay, see you in a few days for the Sheffield Wednesday game. Okay, welcome back. I think we can win the league in today's match because it just said about, giving a team talk before the big Tartar race game, etc. So I think we can win it. One thing to notice, I think Joe Powell's ability and potential has gone up according to the coaches. I think the reason is I played him up front a little bit, and he's absolutely banged in the goals. The reason I put him up front was I wanted to get Taylor Lakin and Powell in the same team, and I thought I could have moved Shaughnessy back, which is what I mentioned in the last episode. But Winnall got injured, and I decided to play Powell up front, and it worked probably better than I thought it might. There's that phrase in there, you get what you want, but not what you need. I mean, we want to get promotion, but do we need it? That's the question. Right, that's your team. Let's get into the game and see if we can get promoted in today's episode. I can't believe this, really. Yeah, so there's 2 games here in today's episode. This manager says, praise is justified. There's 2 games today in this episode, and then there's 3 games left for the rest of the season, so it'll be quite an easy one here. We'll do the 2 games today, which will be, it puts us onto game 42, game 43. And the next episode, what that'll be is that'll be the recap episode of the season. So it'll be either the last 3 matches, if it's all something to play for all the way through, or it will just be the last game or 2, depending on what there is to play for. And then the end of season review. We'll do a bit of recap of training, depending on how many games are in it. Depends on how much I'll fit in, but you'll be guaranteed at least 1 match in the next episode. Definitely the end of season review. Then potentially a full training review of the season as well on top of that. Going into next season. And then the episode after that will then probably be something along the lines of us doing the 4-season training plan and applying that and seeing how that looks, explaining all my thoughts behind everything, and using one of the real life templates as a reference point. Set piece here from Smith, plays into Victor early on. Victor gets to the ball. He gets nailed, but he's going to stay on the ball. He's going to stun the ball still. He's going to play it into the box. Lakin's in there. It's gone through to Powell. Powell scores. That's 1-0 to Burton, and that might just be it for us going up. Victor gets it here, plays it in. I think their defender tries to stop Lakin, but they don't realise little Powell's at the back stick, being held off by big Lakin, and that's going to be 1-0 to Burton. Now, I'm playing with integrity. I'm playing properly like I would be playing to win, like I would be if it was real life. Right? I'm just playing the game normally. What would you do in this situation? Would you deliberately throw a few results here to make sure you stay in League One? How would you go through the next little few steps here? Let me know in the comments what you think about that, because I can't play any other way than try to win. Right? I just can't do it. Whether it's real life or this, there's just no way. But, I do see the benefit, let's just say that. Corner here for Sheffield Wednesday, they go to the near post, headed away. Winnall's going to get to this first, come off the bench here. Travels with it, gets caught. Like, he's just going to get nailed and taking the ball off him, isn't he, in the Championship. Plays through to Victor, that could have been a penalty, they get away with it, they go long. As long as teams are as direct in the Championship against us as they are in League One, we might get away with a lot of it, where we're sort of overcommitted and they just go bang like that, straight into our back. But I keep forgetting we've got Sam Hughes. We're not going to survive, are we, the Championship with that? What is that, Sam? Like, Sam, talk me through it. The annoying thing is, nobody else in my back 3 does this. Nobody else in my back 3, apart from Sam Hughes, does this. Like, nobody. Only Sam Hughes makes these mistakes for me. Oh, you just... And to be fair to him, bless him, he did try and get himself sent off and take the red, which I do appreciate, and that is in my philosophy. I do love that. And they have it 1-1. It finishes 1-1. That's not a great result for us. Okay, we did confirm our playoff spots in that game, which is something that's pretty good, but no confirmation of automatic promotion yet, and definitely top, because Peterborough could actually go top now if they were to win their game in hand on us. And, but yeah, Ipswich stay 7 behind, and Portsmouth basically need a miracle to catch us, so there's that. Okay, I'll see you in a few days for the Bolton game at home, which... probably should win this. See you then. Okay, welcome back. We've got Bolton at home. Let's get into the game then, and let's see how we get on and see if we can confirm our promotion today, which I think we can. Assistant manager says, media comments, okay, and we go. Come on, end the misery. Let's get this done and get us promoted. Oh, by the way, that's one thing I forgot to ask you. If we do go up, which we will, I think, how do you think we're going to get on? I would like to know that, because on the one hand, I think that the players are just going to get us massacred and we're going to do terribly. On the other hand, the tactic does seem to create enough chances to get results in games. So there's a part of me that believes we might be able to stay up by the skin of our teeth. But the problem is that when you do that in FM normally, you build from that position, right? Because then you get better players and you adjust maybe your tactic a little bit. But, you always progress from that point. You don't normally end up in relegation battles year after year after year. The problem is we will be in that situation. So it's like, if we were to scrape survival by the skin of our teeth, is it just going to be the 3 or 4 years of us doing that? And so, I don't know. The problem is eventually I think we'll go up, right? Because I think this tactic's pretty good and we've got enough good players in the team where even if we lost 1 or 2 of them due to them getting a bit too old, I think we'd still be okay and we'd still be easily good enough to get into the playoffs. So I think there's a really good chance we go up in the next couple of years anyway. Even if I was to get rid of my best players, or 1 or 2, well, not get rid of, but lose, if they were to refuse to sign new contracts because they want to go to bigger clubs, that kind of stuff, right? I think that eventually we go up in the next few years. So we're going to have this problem anyway. But how do you think we're going to get on this season if it's the second season with this exact team? Because right now, if I lost Smith for a long period of time, who's my next in line for left wing back? Officially, it's him, but it wouldn't be him. It is on paper. It would probably be it wouldn't be Powell. Lakin maybe would go wing back. Could he survive out there? Probably not at championship level. We could also put Terry Ted out to wing back. We'd lose him in the middle, but that's an option. Here, Widdow's got the ball. Come off the bench just now. Plays in behind. They're going to mess around with the ball. They're going to put themselves in trouble here with Bolton, I think. Oh, they get rid of it. Win that. Yeah, it's only Hughes that gets battered in the air by everybody. Playing behind Powell. If he was on side, this has got to be a goal. Winnall, I think he's off, isn't he? He is now. Here for Bolton. They play through us like a hot knife through butter. Sam Hughes gets Dunning in behind again. And they shoot from distance, and it was not a threat. And they have it well on to Bolton. It's going to be a defeat at home, which puts Peterborough top of the league. Puts us down into second place. Let's see here. How many points are third place behind us? 4 points is getting closer. Okay, let's put the brakes on that conversation about us going up. Let's see what happens, because now we've got 2 away games and then MK Dons at home. So, local derby against Derby, Plymouth, and then MK Dons. Right, wow. I'll tell you what, it looks like we'll probably come back definitely for the Derby game, because if we were to win, Ipswich were to lose, I think that would put us up, right? So we want to keep going and see what happens. But we could keep going all the way through to the last game of the season at this rate. We need to see, 1, can we confirm promotion? 2, then can we win the league title if possible? And everything else in between that. So, yeah, that's going to be an interesting little finish for us. But I've got to be straight up and honest with you, right? It is the first time in my FM history where not getting promoted in this situation, I'm actually okay with, right? It is so funny and weird. But we'll see what happens anyway. We've got Derby next, then Plymouth, then MK Dons all a week apart. So we get nice and rested in between those matches. So tiredness shouldn't have an effect. It did a little bit in these 2 games because we had those 2 close together. Well, the Bolton game was. The Sheffield Wednesday game should have been fine. And yeah, that's going to do it. That's going to do the episode. I'm going to have a quick look for a head of youth off camera. If I can't find anybody, I'll wait till the summer. But we need to get somebody else in. I mean, the one player was good, but we just need to maximise every opportunity to make sure that we get the best youth players possible. Somebody did mention in the comments, actually, about what is our recruitment rating and stuff. So yeah, although we have state-of-the-art training facilities, state-of-the-art youth facilities, we only have fairly basic academy coaching and basic youth recruitment. So we do only have that, and we're only a Category 3 academy, so we do need to make improvements there. We need money in the club, though, to do that, and guess what? Ain't got it. Despite the fact that I've terminated the loans of all the players we had on loan, and I've made us money, we still aren't doing that well. So we might have to wait till next season to do that, but that is something that we definitely need to have a look at. That was a very good point raised, because I completely forgot to show you that, I think, earlier in the series so far. So that's going to do the episode. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all next time.